This is Morgan Hazelwood, back again with more writing tips and writerly musings. Today I'm here with Writing the Alien, a RavenCon 2022 panel. In April of 2022, I finally made it to what had originally been on my schedule as RavenCon 2020. While some panels are good because of what they say, some are great because of the inspiration they give you. This was a great panel. The description for the titular panel was as follows. The challenge of writing an intelligence unlike our own lies at the heart of much of our best science fiction. How does an author tackle this difficult task? The panelists were Gray Reinhardt, who moderated, and Pamela K. Kinney. So, from the panel, I took away these 6 tips of things to think about when writing The Alien. First off, while most TV aliens seem to have originated from apes, consider other options. Secondly, how do your aliens orient in both space and time? There is an Aborigine tribe that navigates by compass direction instead of saying to your right and left. So you always have to know which direction you're facing. Another tribe navigates by orientation to the nearest river because that's what's important. And how do they describe time? Does time move forward or up or something else? The third thing to think about is remember that their goals and obstacles will be different. Fourth, think about which of their senses is strongest and lead their descriptions from that point. Fifth, if you've got AI communicates so much faster than humans. They can send so much information in milliseconds, even smaller than that. And tip number 6, do you want your humans to lose some of their humanity as they come to understand the aliens? Vice versa, or neither? So things that people have tried that didn't really work for the panelists, including complex communication by pheromone. They found that very hard to believe. While scent can enrich one's information, it's not a great primary source. And secondly, there was a mention of a story in which the aliens made up new words every time they spoke. And not just on the page. Every time they spoke, they made up new sounds to communicate ideas, even if it was the same idea they'd already communicated. So that didn't really work for the panelists, and I think I see why. Another thing that we mentioned during the panel were a lot of story recommendations. Both Dragon's Egg and Flight of the Dragonfly by Robert L. Forward, who was also a physicist, Barsk by Lawrence M. Schoen, and Blind Sight by Peter Watts. And of course, the movie Arrival. You can't do aliens and time travel without that one coming in. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, notes I took for my own story. While the book suggestions and tips were definitely useful, they also led my mind in different directions. And while I was listening to this panel, I was editing my space fantasy with sentient not octopuses. And these were the notes I took. 1. Have one of the alien crew members give the human tasks without directions because of assumptions. Secondly, make the battle scene more desperate at a moment of despair. Third, have the alien have lost a family member. Fourth, does losing a limb mean lost memories? Fifth, what natural color are my aliens? Because they shift color for communication and camouflage, but I think they have a natural color when they're not communicating or actively communicating. And my 6th tip to myself was to show more understanding of nuance in alien to alien communication than in human to alien communication. So, Were there any tips that the panelists missed? Did you get any inspirations from the advice?
And that's all for today. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button and share it with all your friends. It goes a long way towards helping people find me. And I'll be back again next Monday with more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye-bye.